Pay attention, you bastards.
Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. So listen. Burna Boy. Listen, man. I understand. That's what I'm gonna say. I understand. I get it. For those of you who have not seen this, Burna Boy was performing, and a girl was in the front row and fell asleep on him for whatever reason. Right? She was just knocked out in the front row. You know what I'm saying? So Burna Boy wasn't having it. Got her up out of there. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't seen the clip, watch the clip real quick.
So when I stand up here and I see you over there with your girl sleeping in front of me, this is the you understand? So please take that. Fast now. Take that home, take that home. I'm not doing no more song until you take that home. Real life. This
So with that being said, I don't know how to feel about it, man. I feel like he did a little too much. I feel like he didn't have to kick her out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he could have been like, "Hey, you know, is something wrong with her? Is she cool? Is she, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, is she sick? Like, you know what I'm saying? It is, to me, it's a lot of stuff you could do to just see, like, if, you know what I'm saying, see what the situation is. Like, I think Burna Boy was probably in the moment, and he was like, "Yo, nah, you messing up the vibe. Out of everybody, I spotted you and you sleep. The fuck up out of here." You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I feel like a lot of artists, they get into that mode of like stuff has to be the way I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never been on a stage like that, but I can only imagine that you in such a mode where you like, you know what I'm saying, you performing and you in a certain zone where any little thing could probably mess up the way your show going. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, that's what it seemed like. It seemed like he was probably like in a mode, he vibing, and then he probably turned and seen somebody sleep and was like, "Hey man, she tired. She too tired. Get her up out of here." You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's when I first seen it. That's kind of what I thought. On the other hand, I'm like, "Nick, why you had to? You know what I'm saying? Why you had to go that hard though? You know what I'm saying? You couldn't have been like, yo, you couldn't have been like, yo, this, um, hey, is she good? Hey, yo, is she good? If she good, you know what I'm saying? Just I want to make sure she cool and she ain't, you know what I'm saying? She ain't, you know, down bad like that. You know what I mean? I feel like he could have he could have went about it like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the girl in the background yelling like, "Get her up out of here! Get her up out of here!" I just think he went too far on the part where it was like, if she not gonna go, if you're not gonna get her up out of here, then I ain't doing the next song. I feel like that was a little excessive. I don't know. Let me know what y'all feel in the chat. I feel like that was a little excessive. It's like, bro, you didn't have to do that because again, you never know what that situation could have truly been. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, you know what I'm saying, she responded. You know what I'm saying? And she talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But she got every right to, because again, it's like, yo, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know why I'm asleep, or you don't know what that was, or it could have been anything. You know what I'm saying? So for him to just to jump to that and say, "Hey, well, you know, get out of my show. You know, you can't be here," especially after even if she fell asleep, she paid her money. Whether her man paid, whether she paid, the fact of the matter is they bought some tickets. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like that was cool at all. For real, for real. I didn't feel like that was cool at all. So yeah, man, I wholeheartedly feel like he didn't have to go like that. He didn't have to do it to that extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have found out what was up. And it's cold, like I said, because she came out. So she came out and said, basically, I've been going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I lost my kid's father. You know, he recently passed away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going through a lot. I was tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm crying every day. I'm going through what I'm going through. And Burna Boy took a long time to come out, as a lot of artists do. They take a long time to get on stage. Sometimes their show is running behind. Sometimes the artist is running behind to get to the venue. So it's a lot of stuff going on. So she said, she was like, he was running behind, and I was getting tired. You know what I'm saying? I came to the show to cheer me up. I love Burna Boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at the show to cheer me up, and this dude kick us out the show and embarrass us, as opposed to saying, "Yo, hey, you good? This and that." So that right there alone, man, is bogus. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things where you take a lot of these artists and they get in these modes of, I'm this god basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on stage, I'm a god. So they get in their head so much, to me, where it's just like they do crazy stuff. Because that was like, when you really think about that, that was a lot. Like, if you really sit back and think about it, like, bro, even if you seen somebody sleep, it's like you gonna kick out of all the people in. Burna Boy has a big crowd at his shows, so you talking about, out of all the people, thousands of people, you see one person sleep, you gonna kick them out and not say, "Hey, you good?" That's wild to me. But like I said, they be in these modes. So it's like, in his head, he probably not even thinking like that. He probably like, nah, cause mentally it messed me up, and mentally, no, cause the way I want my shows to be. You know what I'm saying? You can't. To me, there's no way that you can truly justify why you did that. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you can truly say, "Hey, the reason I kicked them out is because." You know what I'm saying? Now, if they was up doing some wild stuff, and then, that's different. They doing some wild stuff, in the crowd, they hitting people and throwing stuff or whatever it was, right? They screaming and yelling and whatever that was. Now, if that was the case, then yeah, kick them out. But you just kicking them out just on some, like, because she was asleep, is cold. You know what I'm saying? And I feel for the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, when you lose somebody that's close to you like that, you know what I'm saying, it could take a crazy toll on you. You know what I'm saying? Even though she was saying, I'm with my new guy, you know what I'm saying? Or let's say the guy that I've already been with, let's say it's her man or it's her husband or whatever it is, but still, you lost the father of your kid's child. That gotta be tough, because you like, yo, like, now I gotta feel for my child as I'm going through hurt. If we had a good relationship or whatever it is, I'm going through the pain of that. But now I got to deal with the pain of my child, and my child feeling like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? So, Burna Boy, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff. You know how people be saying cancel. That's the type of stuff people deserve to get canceled for. You know what I'm saying? Doing unnecessary things just because you have the platform to do so. Cause that's all that was. It's my show. I put on this event, so I got the right to kick you out. That's what that was, a power trip. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was. That wasn't no, like, they harming me and they doing this to that. It wasn't none of that. That was wholeheartedly, strictly a power trip. I can do this to you, so I'm gonna do this to you. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? And again, man, mental health is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is a real thing. We go through these ups and downs in life. We lose people. You know what I'm saying? We go through these mental times where it's like you don't know what to do. You don't know how to handle life. You don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? And for this girl to say, I'm going to his show because his music makes me smile. It makes me happy. It makes me forget about, what's going on in the hardships of life. You know what I'm saying? For that woman to say that, you know what I'm saying, in that message, and then turn around and just be kicked out of a show that she paid her money for, even if she was asleep, she paid her money for it. For her to be kicked out of a show, to me, it's just crazy, man. That it's sad, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, we should. This is a situation where we should learn from and say, like, yo, as an artist, for all artists, love your fans. Love the people that get up and spend money on you. Love the people that support you. You know what I'm saying? When they at their jobs and and they may not be making a lot of money, but they at their jobs and they're saving that check. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying, hey, I'm going to put X amount of dollars aside for this Burna Boy show. I love his music that much. I love so-and-so's music that much that I'm going to put this money aside, and I'm going to make sure I invest because they make me feel this way. I feel like as an artist, you gotta understand that. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta know, inside, like, yo, like, these people got real love for me. So when I go do stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Whether I'm in my head, I'm going through whatever I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? When I go do stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, kind of like down the people that spent their hard earned money on me. To me, that's foul. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's something for all artists to look at. You know what I'm saying? And for the fans that get shut down, for the fans that go through these moments, because I'm sure this wasn't the first, nor will it be the last time that something like this has happened at a show, at anybody's show. You know what I'm saying? I think that for the fans, you know what I'm saying, give grace, right? I'm gonna say give grace because you never know what somebody else is going through, but at the same time, don't support nobody that, you know what I'm saying, don't show you love. You know what I'm saying? It takes nothing to say, hey, I appreciate y'all. It takes nothing to say, hey, I got nothing but love for y'all. I appreciate y'all supporting me. I see y'all. It takes nothing to say that. You know what I'm saying? So for the fans out here, that's super fans, that's buying these tickets and going to these shows, and and again, the artists never know what it took to get to that show. The artists don't know what it took for that woman or that man to get to his show. That could have been their last dollar, but she wanted to go because she was going through something. You know what I'm saying? They could have had to hop on a flight and spend a lot of money in hotels and drive so far to get there. You know what I'm saying? Just to have that moment, and for that moment to be snatched away because you just in your head about something is wild. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't. I love Burna Boy music. You know what I'm saying? Burna Boy music make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? I play Burna Boy all the time. But to me, I lost a lot of respect for you. I lost a lot of respect for you. That ain't cool at all. You know what I'm saying? So he need to make that up however he can. Find that person. She obviously posted on social media, so I think his people should get in touch with her, and whether it's compensate her, but go deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? But to me, you gotta fix that situation. That wasn't cool at all. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, as always, I appreciate the love and support. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.